Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to talk about the final exam review quickly. So I'm going to test you about the real numbers. So in real number, we have the rational number and the irrational numbers, right? So you have to know. So I'll test you about that. Okay, let's start like rational number. When you talk about rational number, then you talk about anything that you can write as a fractions. Anything you can write as a fraction, but irrational number, you cannot write them as a fractions. I would say like can't write as the fractions. Can write as a fractions. So let me give an example, like something that you can write as a fractions. Maybe they are like the integers. Yeah, integers you can write to the fractions. They are repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. Yeah, repeating decimal. And then root that you can take out something like root 4. Root 4 is number 2, right? So root 4 is integer. Okay, irrational number. Something that you cannot write as a fractions. Something like the symbol, like the pi. Something like the natural constant, like e. Something like the root that you cannot change to integer. Something like root 3. Something like root 2. You cannot change them to integer. And then non-repeating decimal. Non-repeating. Okay. I would say non-repeating decimal. Okay, non-repeating decimal, something like let's say like 1.2345, something like that, and it will just go on, like never repeat, like but for repeating decimal, for example, let's say you have 1.123, something like that. So this is like repeating decimal. Repeating decimal, we can change it to the fractions. Okay, so in exam I will give you some numbers, like in exam. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some number. Let's say I give you a number like A, number B, number C, number D, number E, right? I give you different numbers, and I want you to put them in a group. Like I want you to I want you to tell me which one is rational, and which one is the irrational, something like that. So you have to think about the properties, those properties, and then put them as the rational or the irrational. So quite easy this problem. Okay. So we go. So next one, I'm gonna talk about the operation of rational and irrational numbers. Right? So in exam, like I'm gonna ask you something like, is it true that rational number, irrational number? Actually, we have like rational number is Q, right? The symbol is Q, and irrational is Q complement. I will ask you something like Q plus Q is still Q or not, like rational number plus rational is still rational number or not, or something like Q complement plus Q complement is still Q complement, or the irrational plus irrational is still irrational number or not, something like that. But anyway, I will not ask you just a plus, right? I will ask you something like, I can ask you like Q plus Q, Q prime plus Q prime. I can change it to multiply. I can change it to divide. I can change plus to minus like that. So I think that you know what I mean, right? I'm gonna ask you about some operation of rational and irrational number. If we add them, like what will come out? Is it true or is it false? Something like that. Okay, so next one, I will ask you about the absolute values. Absolute value is easy. Let's say if you have absolute x, right? You can change it to x. If your x is more than or equal to 0, you can change to negative x is your x is less than 0. Something like that. So this problem is quite easy. It's quite easy. Let's say what should I say? Maybe okay. Let's say if I put like a plus b, absolute of a plus b, right? Absolute of a plus b, and then I may have like absolute of a minus b. And if I give you the condition, let's say a is, let's say a is more than b, right? A is more than b, something like this. If a is more than b, if a is more than b, right? So what will it be? A is more than b, or maybe more A is more than b, and A is, okay, let's say A is more than b and they are more than 0. A are more than b and they are more than 0. So A plus b will be equal to, absolute of a plus b will be equal to absolute of a plus b or not, something like that. All right. If a is more than 0 and b is more than 0, then you know that this is positive, this is also positive, right? So it will come out to be a plus b. But if you look at this condition, right, a minus b, you know what, a is more than b, right? So if a is more than b, a minus b will come out to be negative, right? So you have to change it to like negative of a minus b. If you take the absolute out, and then it will come out to be b minus a, like this, something like this. Okay, so in exam, I asked you about this, but maybe you don't see a, you don't see b, but I will give you a, b as like some rational numbers. Okay, I'll give you a and b as not as yeah, real numbers. I'll give you a and b as the real number. Okay, this is quite easy. Okay, we go to page number 2. Okay, this is about the remainder theorem. So remainder theorem, I have many questions about this. This is quite easy. So the technique that you have to know, right? When this thing is called like px, right? When px is divided by something like this, divided by x plus 2, right? And you have the remainder. So it's say that by the remainder theorem, if you let this one equal, I'm sorry. If you let x plus 2 equal to 0, right, and you have x equal to negative 2. So by the remainder theorem, right, it says like p of this one, p of negative 2 is going to be equal to the remainder, negative 20, right? So p negative 2, you just have to substitute. Negative 2 cubed plus a negative 2 squared minus 2 times minus 2 and then plus 4, and it's equal to negative 20, right? So you can do it like this, quite easy. All right, px is divided by something, right? Let that something equal to 0, and then find x. When you have x like this, negative 2, just put them back in your px, put that number back in your px, and let it equal to the remainder. That's it, quite easy, right? Or you can use the what is it, like syntactic division, right? You can use syntactic division, but maybe we can use it in the next problem. So let's do this one, right? Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Negative 8 times 5 is negative 40. and then plus negative 2 squared is 4a, and that is plus 4 plus 4, right? It's negative 20. So you want to find your a, right? So I think that 4a is going to be negative 32, right? This one, 40, negative 32, move it there. It would be plus 32, right? So 4a is 12, so a is 3. You know, right? Very easy. You know what? My exam is not hard, but there are many questions that you have to do, right? So next one is problem number 2. Problem this one, right? This problem, px leaves the remainder of 15 when divided by x minus 2. And it leaves the remainder of negative 1 when divided by x plus 2. You have to find this one. So quite easy. So you can use like remainder theorem. Yeah, use remainder theorem again, right? So you know, right, this one, if x minus 2 is equal to 0, your x is going to be like 2. So you know that the p2 is the remainder 15. P2 is the remainder 15. Then you go now. You go 2 times 2 cubed plus a 2 square minus b times 2 minus 5 is equal to 15, right? Okay. This 8 times 2 is 16 plus 4a minus 2 times of b minus 5 is 15. And then you have, what is it? Oh, 16 minus 5 is 11. 11, move it there, subtract, right? So you have like 4a minus 2b is negative, no, 15 minus 11 is 4. Okay, maybe you keep it like this. Keep it. And then maybe divide by 2, right? You divide by 2, and it's going to be like 2a minus b is 2. Okay, you keep it as your equation number 1, right? And next it leaves the remainder of negative 1 when divided by x plus 2. So let this one equal to 0. If x plus 2 is equal to 0, then your x is negative 2. So you put this one in your px. You put this one back in your px. Again, see, very easy. So p of negative 2 is going to be equal to negative 1, right? So you're at 2 negative 2 cubed plus a negative 2 squared minus b negative 2 minus 5 is equal to negative 1. And then you just do the math. That is negative 8 times 2 negative 16 plus 4a, and this is plus b minus 5 is negative 1. So 4a plus b is 16, and this negative 21, move there. Okay, plus negative 21 minus. Okay, so you should have like 20. Okay, so now you have like 2 equations. You have 2 equations, like 2a minus b is 2 and 4a plus b is 20. And then you just solve system of equations. You can get the answer. You know, right? You do like 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, something. Okay, maybe you go like 1 plus 2. All right, equation 1 plus equation 2. So 2a plus 4a is 6a, and then b cancel is 22 something. All right, so you get your a equal 22 over 6 something. You know, right? Quite easy. Quite easy. Okay. So I think I'm gonna stop this problem at here. I know that you know how to do it now, right? 22 over 6, and you change to 11 over 3, and then you substitute this one in your maybe equation number 2, like that. Okay. And then you can get your b. And then you just have to find like 2a plus 3b. Very easy. So I think I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna stop it at here, so I can go to the next problem. I try to do it so quick, you know. If I make any mistake, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay, you check it carefully. Number 3, find the sum of solutions. Okay, this one, right? This one you have to use the factor theorem. So what you do, right? This number 6, you have to think of all the possible factors of them, right? So it goes like plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and plus minus 6. So you taste this one. You have to use the synthetic divisions, write the coefficient, right? So it goes like 1. Maybe it goes like 1. It goes negative 4. It goes 1, and then 6, and then you taste it. Let's say I want to taste to a positive 1, and I go right. Step 1, like take 1 down. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up. It's negative 3. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Add it. You have negative 2. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. You add, and this is 4. Right? What you have is not 0. When it's not 0, then it's not divisible by 1. So what you do, right? Just go back. Just go back, and now you know that positive 1 is not going to work. Then you taste negative 1, right? Negative 1. So you taste, do the same thing again, right? Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Add them up is negative 5. Negative 1 times negative 5 is 5. You add it, and you have 6. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Add them 0. Yeah. So when you have 0, then you know that, yep, x is equal to negative 1 is one of the answers, right? X is equal to negative 1 is one of the answers. Here is like x cubed, x power 3 has like 3 answers. Okay, so now you have to go to find like 2 more answers. You have this one now. One answer is x is equal to negative 1. And you go for this, right? 1 minus 5 and 6. This one is actually in the class, right? I told you this is like 1x squared minus 5x and plus 6 equal to 0. You factorize them, okay? You factorize them into 2 factors and equal to 0. 6 is like 2, 3. You want to get negative 5, and it should be x minus 2 and x minus 3, right? So your x is 2, your x is 3. It say like find the sum of the solutions. So you go find the sum of negative 1, 2, and 3. And you know that the sum is going to be equal to 4. That's it. Finish. This is quite easy, right? Okay. So I wish that you can do it in the exam. Okay. The thing that you have to be careful is the time. I think that my exam is not hard, but the time is very short. The time is very limited. Number 4, right? Okay, let's do number 4. If that x plus 2 and x minus 2 are factors of that, find the remainder when px is divided. Find x plus a divided by b. Okay, so do the same thing. Let this one equal to 0. Let this one equal to 0. When this is equal to 0, you have x equal to negative 2, and you have x equal to 2. Then you go. If they are the factors, the factor means the remainder is 0. The remainder is 0. Okay, so you know that p of 2, p negative 2 is going to be 0, and as well, right? P of, okay, maybe I'm gonna write here p of 2, right? P of 2 is also 0. P of 2 is also 0. Okay, let's do it. When p negative 2 is 0, what you have is negative 2 cube, right? And then negative 2 square, but negative 2 square minus a times negative 2 minus b, and that's equal to 0. Negative 8 plus 4 minus b is, no. I'm sorry. This is a. This is a. This is plus 2a minus b is 0. So 2a minus b is this is negative 4 multiplied by 4. Okay, this one, right? P2 is 0. Then you go. P2 is 0. P2 is like 2 cubed plus 2 square minus 2a minus b is 0. 8 plus 4, this is 8 plus 4 minus 2a. I'll move it. So it's like 12. 8 plus 4, 2a plus b, right? 8 plus 4 is 12, okay? This is like 12 now. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. You can find a and b now, right? You go 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2. You get like 4a, right? B, negative b and plus b cancel. 16, right? 12 and 4 is 16, so you get a of 4. But when a is 4, right? Maybe you can just go back here. When a is 4, right? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus b is 4. 8 minus b is 4. Then you know that from this equation number 1, right? Now you go like 2 times 8 is 4 minus b is 4. 2 times 8 is 8. 8 minus b is 4, and b is also 4. Then you come back, right? A over b is 1. A divided by b is 1. So this one is just x plus 1. You know that this one is x plus 1. Let it equal to 0, then you get your x equals negative 1. Right? You want to get the remainder, then you have to find p of negative 1. That's it. P negative 1, put negative 1 there in x, and you can get the remainder now. So I'm going to stop it here. Okay, you find this one by yourself. This is easy now. This is easy. Okay, you find p negative 1 by yourself, and that's the answer. Okay, next topic is the inequalities. Okay, inequalities. Okay, set A is the answer of this one. Okay, set B is the answer of this one. Find A intersect B. Okay, let's do it, right? Let's do it. So 1 is less than 2x minus 5 and less than 1. So set A, right? You want to get x. So step 1, you have to eliminate negative 5. So you add 5 to all of them. Then you have 6, and this is like, no, this is 11. Sorry, I read it 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. Then you divide by 2 to all of them, right? You get 3, and you get 8. Okay, so this is your set A now. Set A is more than 3, but less than 8. Let's find set B, right? Set B is not easy. So set B, you have to go like this. X minus 7 is less than 3x minus 1. Yeah, you know, right? You have to split them a little bit, right? And then you have to intersect with 3x minus 1 is less than or equal to x plus 9. And just do the math. Move x to the right. This is like 2x. Negative 1, move it there. Plus 1, negative 6. So you get x is more than negative 3. And then intersect with this one. 3x minus x is 2x. Less than or equal. 9 plus 1 is 10. So x is less than or equal to 5. So intersect this one, right? So you get x is more than negative 3 and x is less than or equal to 5. So set B is going to be your x is going to be from more than negative 3, but anyway less than or equal to 5. Find A intersect B. You know it. So A intersect B is so easy. You intersect this 2. All right. If you're gonna intersect this 2. You can do it quickly. I think I'm gonna get about intersect. I find a common part. I think I'm gonna get this 3 as the minimum. I will get the 3 as the minimum, and maximum would be 5. It's 5. Right? If you don't get it, then you go to the number line. Right? Set A is from 3 to 8. This is your set A. That is your set A, but set B is from -3 to 5. So -3 is somewhere there, 5 is there, set B, right? -3, and then less than or equal to number 5. So you write this. So this is your set B, right? No. Okay. This is your set B. So A intersect B, you find it overlap part, and you have open 3 until close 5. That's it. Very easy. All right. Oh, sorry. Next one. Next one, right? We want to find the answers of this. Okay, easy, very easy. So step 1, you see you have x, right? Then you take common factor of x out. You have 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 is less than 0. Factorize it. It goes like 2x and x less than 0. So you go 1 and 3, right? You want to have plus 5, and let's do plus here and minus there. Okay, you have this one now, then you go to the number line, right? Okay, go to number line of x. So here, if you let x equal to 0, then you have 0. 2x minus 1 is 0. You have 1 over 2. You get 1 over 2, right? And this one, let it equal to 0, you get -3. Okay, you get -3. And then on the number line, you have to write plus, minus, plus, and minus, right? Always put the plus on the right, and less than, use the open dot. Less than, you go for the negative region. So you go for the negative regions. So your answer, x is going to be from negative infinity to this number 3 and union with 0 to 1 over 2. Yeah, finished now. Very easy, right? Very easy. Okay, next one. Like, what is the answer of this one, right? So, step number 1, you have to put conditions that you don't want this one to divide by 0, so your x is not going to be 1, your x is not going to be 2, right? X cannot be 1, x cannot be 2. And never cross multiply, okay? Do not cross multiply this one because it's impossible. See what you do, right? You have to move it. So I'm gonna move it like this. I'm gonna move it like this. Okay, let's say I'm gonna move it like this. 0 is going to be x minus 2, 3, x minus 1, like this. And okay, let's do it. Move up there, right? Cross multiplying up with 2x minus 2, and this is multiply with minus 3 is minus 3x, and then plus 6, and it is divided by an x minus 2, x minus 1. You have 0. This is like negative x, and then negative x, and then plus 4, right? Okay, so when you have negative x like this, do not write the number line. You have to make this x be positive. Okay, you have to make this x be positive. So just multiply your inequalities by -1 and flip this more than to less than. It's gonna be like x minus 4, right? And then x minus 2, x minus 1. Okay, so now you can go to the number line now. You go to the number line, chips, right? I told you that like you have enough information now. So you have 3 numbers now. If x minus 4 is 0, you have number 4, x minus 2 is 0, you have number 2, x minus 1 is 0, you have number 1. Right? This is more than, then you go plus, minus, more than, you stay for the positive regions. You stay for the positive region. Then the answer of this one is going to be x is going to be from 1 to 2, and then union with 4 to infinity. That's it, right? It's quite easy, this one. Okay, so let's do the next one. Absolute equations. Absolute equation now. So this is quite easy. If you see this kind of problem, right? Step number one. Step number one, right? I know that you want to square them up, but before you square them up, you should know that it's 2 minus x, right? For the absolute, you can just swap it to x minus 2. They are equal. No problem, right? They are equal. 2 minus x or x minus 2, they are equal if they are inside the absolute. Okay, so now you want to square them up now. When you square them up, you don't want to expand them out, but you have to move it to subtract like this as a difference of 2 square. You know, right? It's going to be easier. You have to use some technique, right? Because you want to save the time. 3x minus x is, and you know it, you will get the terms of the sum multiplying with the term of difference. All right? Okay, so let's do it. So the sum of 3x plus 2 and x minus 2 is 4x, right? Plus 2 minus 2, okay, that's gone. You get 0, and then find the difference of them. 3x minus x is just 2x, and then 2 minus minus 2 is plus, right? So it's going to be plus 4, and it's equal to 0. So divide by 4 on both sides. This is gone, right? And then divide by 2 on both sides. Again, you get x times x plus 2 is equal to 0. So your x is going to be 0 and negative 2. So the sum of solution is 0 and negative 2. Sum of them is negative 2. Right? If you want to check the answer, right? Let's check the answer first. I give x is 0. Is it okay? Or x is 0? Put it there. You have 2. If x is 0, okay, 2 is equal to 2. So so this 0 is okay. How about negative 2? You put negative 2 there, right? Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Absolute negative 4. And negative 2, right? So you have 2 minus or minus is plus. So 4. Negative, absolute negative 4 is equal to negative absolute of 4. Okay, correct. So you can use both of them. So sum of solution is 0 plus negative 2. It's going to be negative 2. Quite easy. Okay. Let's get next one, right? Let's get next one. Oh, this one is painful. This one you have to split them into cases, right? You let this one equal to 0. Your x is 3/2. This one is 0. You get negative 1/2. This one is 0. It's 2/3. Right? So on the number line, you have to go, oh crap. If we do different of 2 squares, yeah, okay. So you go. You have to put them. You have negative 1/2, okay. And then next one is 2/3. Right, and then the highest is 3/2. So your x, you put in region number 1, region number 2, region number 3, and region number 4. Right? Ooh. If you square them up, it's going to be easier or not now. Oh, I think this problem, maybe if you square them up, is going to be easier. You don't have to do a lot of it, right? Okay, let me think of it. You square them up. You have front square times the front bracket minus the back square. Yeah, I think this problem, if you do it like this, it's gonna waste a lot of time. Okay, so don't do it because you have to you really want to save the time. So what you have to do is to square them up on both sides like this. Square them up on both sides. So here is going to be right, 4x squared front square, right, minus 2 times the front and back is 2 times 2 times 3 is 12x, and then plus the back square. Back square is 9, and again you go at 2x squared is going to be like 4x squared, plus 2 times the front and back is 4x, and plus the back square 1, front square, right, plus 2 times of front times back is 2x plus 1 times 3x minus 2 inside the absolute, and then plus the back square, 9x squared, 2 times the front and back minus 2 times the front and back is 12x, and then plus the back square plus 4. Okay, and then now you look at something like this, like 4x squared and 4x squared. Okay, cancel them. Negative 12x, this negative 12x cancel them, and then this shit next now. Okay, like this. Okay, 9, 1, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, right? 4 plus 1 is 5. 5, and can take out of 9, so you have 4 left. And then you have, like, on this side is 4, and then minus 9x squared. No, I'm sorry. You should have 4, and then this one, like 4x, minus 4x, minus 4x, and then minus 9x squared, this one. And then this is gonna be like 2, and then okay, multiplying this one, absolute of 6x squared, negative 1, negative 2, and then this is the negative 4, right? This is 3, so that is minus x. Okay. Now you square them up on both sides again. Square them up on both sides again. You square them up on both sides again, and this time the absolute is gone. But you don't want to expand them out. You should move them to subtract. Change, use the difference of 2 square, right? So this one, right? So this one square, you have like 4 times of okay, this number 2, you can multiply it inside, for you square, right? So it's going to be like 12x squared minus 2x minus 4 squared, and then subtract with this one 4 minus 4x minus 9x squared like this. So you find the sum of them is going to be 12 and minus 9, right? Sum of them is 3x squared, and then minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6x, minus 4 and 4 is 0. This is the sum multiplied with a difference, right? 12 minus 9 is 21. All right, negative 2 minus 4 minus 4, it's going to be 2x, and negative 4 minus 4 is minus 8. Okay, so you have this one now. If I make a mistake, then I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. This one, right? You take divide by 3 on both. Divide by 3 to all of them. Take x out. You will get this is like x minus 2. Okay. And this one, oh, have to factorize this. Let me think of it. Maybe 7, 3 or not. 7, 3. This is 4, 2. Is it okay? 12 and 14. Ah, okay. Okay. So you get 7x and then 3x, 4 and 2, this is like 4, this is like 2, and you want to get plus 2, 7 times 2, 14 plus, right? So minus, okay, 12 minus 12 and then plus 14. Oh my God, it's raining now. It's raining. It's raining outside. So, uh-oh. Okay, I need more space, so I'm gonna write down here, and then we'll erase it out later. So your x is gonna be 0, 2, and then 4 over 7. This is negative 3 over 2. Yep, you have like four answers. But anyway, don't forget that you have to check it out. You check it out, okay? Because some is not gonna be okay, right? Let's see. Let's check 0. If you put 0 there, you have okay. Check it out. Right? Go back to the original problem. You put 0. You have absolute of negative 3, which is like 3. 3 is equal to 0. You put it there. Right? 0 is that is going to be 1. You put 0 there is going to be absolute 2. Okay, the 0 is okay. Use 0. Check the answer. 0 is okay. How about number 2, right? Let's check 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay. Number 2, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 1 is 5, and then 2 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 4. 6 minus 2 is 4. That's 4. Okay. So number 2 is not okay. 1 is not equal to 5 plus 4. Number 2 is not okay. Take it out. 4 over 7. Oh, it's not easy. 4 over 7, not easy. Not easy. Not easy at all. There you go. 4 over 7. 4 times 2 is 8. Let me think of it. Okay, give it some time. Okay, give it some time. Let me think of it. Some time. 4 times 2 is it's gonna be 8, right? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 over 7 minus 21 over 7. So that's going to be 13 over 7. This is the absolute, right? This is 13 over 7. This is 4 times 2 is 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. It's going to be 15 over 7 plus. Nah, it's impossible. It's not going to be. It's not going to be. About negative 3 over 2, right? So this one, if you multiply it here, negative 3 over 2 is going to be am I correct or not? Did I make a mistake or not? Huh? Okay, we find 2x equal this is 6, and then that one is negative 3 plus 1 negative 2 absolute 2 3 over 3. And yeah, I think the answer is only like shift this negative minus like negative 4.5. It's not 4. This one must be 4, right? So you get it equal, but it's not going to make it equal to 4. So I think that we can have this, we can have to 6, right? We can have to 6 as the answer. No, we can have to 0. Some of the solution should be like 0. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think that I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to stop it here and I show you the other part of the solution later. Okay.